So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I did video on how to paint entry door, and this is a good opportunity. This does got a lot of glass as well, so I'm gonna show you the quickest way how to do it. There's no any secret tricks, just the experience and how you do things. I'm gonna start from patching all the holes. The normal gapping is done by a chippy. Peel off these stickers on the side. Try to get rid of the writing there because we are doing acrylic paint. Anything like that, you have to remove it or sand it off, otherwise it will come through. So let's go into it. For patching bigger holes, I'm using Builder's Box. It's the 2-pack patch, good for the external patching of any surfaces. Gonna add hardener and mix it up. I put about this much and just mix it up now. I mix it up until everything gets the reddish color, everywhere the same. This one I'm gonna patch up 2 times for the best results. So with this stuff, guys, you have to work very quickly because it goes off very fast. Don't mix up too much because you're gonna waste it. So just mix up as much you can use it in one go without getting too hard. The material is gonna go off very quickly. So you gotta know how much you're gonna mix it up, how fast you are. And then again, it depends on the weather as well. If it's too hot, it's gonna go off quicker. So the second time patching, again, mix it up till it's all red. 2 compounds get together like this. Harden and based patch. So patches are dry. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for these patches to dry. It's very good product if you're gonna do something in one day. So we're gonna do sanding of these patches now. I'm gonna use 120 grit sandpaper for that. And I'm gonna use this scraper, the magic tool. This scraper is the magic tool, guys. The best tip I can give you is to get scraper like that if you're gonna do any painting. So what I do first is scrape off all the excess patch like that and just give it a light sand, and that's perfect. I'll repeat that once again and sand. Once again, perfect. It blends it in with the rest of the timber. You can't see where the patch edge is actually. So I'm just gonna continue doing this. So when sanding any surfaces, guys, I change paper regularly. And I don't press it too hard against the surface, because if you press it too hard, it's gonna clog the paper. So you gotta do it lightly. It will remove anything that stays faster. All the sanding is done. Now I'm gonna scrape off this sticker from the side of the door, which is not gonna be easy. So it took me good 5 minutes to remove this sticker. I still gotta give it a sand because someone attempted to remove it and it just removed the thicker part of the sticker and it left all the glue with a little bit of paper on. So yeah, that doesn't make harder. That's nice and clean. Now I'm gonna remove the numbers. Black marker, it's not good for the timber because it's coming through the paint, especially acrylic paint. So you're better off sanding everything than repainting it over and over and over. So it's nice and clean now. So I'm gonna start applying undercoat. So I'm gonna remove this one, so it's easy for me to paint. I'm gonna put it here. For this one I'm using Topman's 3-in-1 Total Prep for interior, exterior, timber, any other surface and masonry. But this one is really good for timber as well. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a EB, Emulsil Bond. This is like a bond for the paint, the glue. You add a little bit in the paint and it makes paint stick better to the surface. The tools I'm using, 50mm Monarch brush, microfiber mouse roller, because it's got nice finish, very smooth finish, especially for the door and trims. Give it a shake before use. No matter what paint, whatever you're using, give it a good shake. This one is only for the acrylic paints, not for the enamel. For the enamel you have different hardener. That's it. Now I'm gonna give it a good mix it up together, so bonds with all the undercoat inside the pot, not only on the surface. Normally you don't have to add anything in 3-in-1. It's a pretty good product, but I do that to make sure 100% it's gonna be a good finish. So I'm gonna show you one trick that I'm using when I'm rolling with small sleeves or any sleeves. I cut all this in a 45 degrees, because when you paint, if it's a like straight edge, it will flatten down and hit the side of the roller and the paint will start dropping constantly. So to avoid that, I just cut it on 45 degrees. Some of the rollers have that already, but most of the rollers now they don't have that, so you know, you better make sure so you don't have drips on the floor. So normally I would put the drop sheet where I work, but right now I don't need the drop sheet. I'm just gonna clean the area, all the dust, kick it out before I start painting. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a wet rag to wipe off all the micro dust from the surfaces that I've just sanded, so the paint sticks better and there's nothing on the way between the surface and the undercoat. So the last will be masking this massive, you know, handle and the lock and everything together, but I don't want to even attempt to remove this stuff. Normally I remove everything from the door, but I've never removed this one, so you need a manual for this one basically. So here we go. I always start from the top. Now I'm gonna let it go. You should cut in around the hinges nicely. I'll leave them clean as they put it on the first time. Even if you hit the hinge with the paint, just clean it. See, nobody's perfect. Always have a wet rag ready for something like that happens. Clean it straight away. Don't leave it for later. That. And do it all over again till you get it right. This one here is very fiddly because we have the two hinges next to each other, so it's not that easy, but it should be done right. So that's how it's supposed to be, no paint on the hinges. And but the undercoat is the hardest part to do because the timber is dry and it's very hard to get into it. Once you do undercoat, the top coat is going to be a lot easier. So now I'm going to give it a good sand, 120 grit sandpaper, so it's nice and smooth like this one. I already sanded these parts here, so I'm going to sand this as well. So I've applied undercoat on the door, as you can see, acrylic, but because this timber bleeds through yellow, as you can see that's white and this is yellow, we're gonna have to put enamel oil-based paint on this one in order to stop bleeding through. So this is the stain killer that I'm gonna use on this door here to stop yellow coming through from Zinza. The product I'm gonna use on a frame as a top coat and on a door as well. But before I do that on a door, I have to put oil-based primer, as I mentioned already, because of all the yellow coming through the acrylic paint. So I'm gonna do frame now, and I'm gonna do door later on. So stay tuned. First I'm gonna do all the inside timber, and then on the sides and outside. Finally we got to the point where we are applying top coat, 2 coats. So I'm gonna start from the top. So when I'm doing top coat on any acrylic paint, I'm adding 10% of flow through. So this one makes paint smoothen up and makes it looks even glossier than it's supposed to be in acrylic. So highly recommend using this one on any acrylic paints for the top coats. Most importantly, this one is keeping paint wet longer, so it gives you more work time with the paint. It doesn't dry as fast as would dry without it. So this is it guys for this time. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, especially the subscribe and the sharing part. It's not gonna cost you much, but it's gonna have a lot of effect on my channel, and it's gonna help me a lot to do better videos and improve in the future. Thank you once again. Cheers, till next time.